time than I did.
It's not.
You did too.
It's not.
Hi, I am Marco Who.
And I'm Aegon Who.
And this, guys, this is it. This is Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So the plot kind of starts out with this one weird guy, like really big guy coming out of the water. Turns out to be Poseidon. And he goes to the Empire State Building to talk to his brother Zeus.
And there we find out that Zeus's master bolt, the source of all his power, has been stolen. And Zeus is accusing Poseidon's son.
And if Poseidon's son does not return the bolt to him in a matter of days, there is going to be a huge war. Oh my goodness, I love violence!
So after that whole meetup on the roof of the Empire State Building, we are introduced to our main hero, Percy Jackson, who we find sitting at the bottom of a pool.
And then he swims up, and then we meet our friend Grover, played by Brandon T. Jackson.
So after that, we see them like head to school, and kind of just like a typical high school day with fighting in the hallways. And then during class, this is when we find out that Percy is diagnosed with dyslexia, for he can't read a quote written on the chalkboard.
Yeah, this is it's actually a pretty cool effect. They like have the words written in English, and then they like kind of switch it around. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, after that, Percy and Grover head home, right?
Yep, and then we're introduced to Percy's mom and stepdad. Mom being awesome, stepdad being crappy. Then the next day comes where they're taking a trip to the Greek Museum, where James Bond is giving a lecture on Greek mythology.
During the whole speech Mr. Brunner is giving, which is his name, by the way, Mrs. Dodds, who is the substitute English teacher, although it should be math teacher, pulls Percy aside to talk to him for a second in like a private room.
But, yeah, let's just say she's not a normal woman. Because after that, he like spazzes out over something. Well, what is it? And she like turns into
A fury.
Yep, fury, and attacks Percy and accuses him of stealing a lightning bolt. Wouldn't that electrocute him if he tried that? I don't know.
Anyways, so Mr. Brunner and Grover arrive in the nick of time and shoo the fury away, and Mr. Brunner then gives Percy a pen.
I love pens. I wish James Bond would give me a pen.
Yes, and sometimes the pen is mightier than the sword.
So Percy and Grover go home to warn Percy's mom. They pretty much go in the car and pretty much take Percy away to where he's got to go. And that is where it's raining cows!
Yes, we see a large shadowy figure kind of in a field of cows, and then soon after that we see a cow fly out of nowhere in front of the car. The car then flips, rolls on the hood for quite a distance, and they have to get out.
But here's the way they get out. Grover takes his pants off, and it reveals that he is part goat. And then he like vandalizes Percy's mom's car in order to escape. And then they go to Camp Half-Blood. Percy and Grover make it inside, but unfortunately Percy's mom wasn't able to.
No, the Minotaur shows up, grabs Percy's mom, crushes her, and she kind of dissolves. Percy gets really angry, takes out his pen, clicks it, and it turns into a sword. And
it should be a cap off in the book, but you know what? The clicking's better because it's kind of like a lightsaber. It's fast and efficient.
So basically, then he fights the Minotaur, and eventually one of the Minotaur's horns breaks off in a tree. Percy pulls it out and stabs the Minotaur, and then passes out.
But then he wakes up in an infirmary 3 days later where Grover, still having his goatsy legsies, comes and what does he do?
He mentions that Grover is his protector, kind of.
And then he reveals the fact that Percy is a demigod.
Okay, so then basically, Grover gives Percy a tour of Camp Half-Blood, and this is where who did they meet first? Chiron or Annabeth?
Yeah, they meet Annabeth.
Annabeth.
Or the Annabeth wannabe, because she doesn't have blonde hair. She's supposed to have blonde hair. Why is it the... I'm gonna stop.
Okay. So yeah, basically they meet Annabeth, and some stuff happens. Then Grover takes Percy to where the centaurs are, and believe it or not,
Guess
Mr. Brunner.
Who's there? Yep.
Mr. Brunner, who is in fact the head of Camp Half-Blood.
And Brunner's not even his real name. That's a pseudonym. His real name's Chiron. And then Chiron also tells Percy who his father is, what god his father was, and it turns out it's Poseidon.
So after that, they kind of have the...
Capture the flag.
Yeah, capture the flag. And then that is where Chiron introduces Percy to the entire camp.
Yeah, and let's just say Red Team hates him. Why? Because he has Bieber hair! I mean, seriously, who in their right mind would want a stupid haircut such as...
You had Bieber hair.
Shut up. Shut up. No one's supposed to say that.
Whatever. Okay, so after that, after some action scenes, Percy goes to a little creek and finds the Red Team's flag, but there he finds Annabeth, who then fights him and almost kills him. And then a voice inside Percy's head tells him to go to the water.
Which, guess what, guys? The water is pretty much the liquid equivalent to the Great Fairies from the Zelda games, as it pretty much heals him. They also make him incredibly awesome, and he kicks everybody's butt.
So then he grabs the flag, a banquet is held, and during that feast, Hades shows up out of the center fire and demands the lightning bolt, or Percy to show himself.
But here's the catch, You see, Hades also has Percy's mom, who the Minotaur just went like this to earlier in the movie, and pretty much said, "Hey, I'll give you your mom if you give me the lightning bolt. Seem fair?" No.
So then Percy tries to run away to search for his mom, and then on his way out, Annabeth and Grover decide to join him. And then they go to Luke for some advice.
Where he's playing Call of Duty. I'm not kidding. He's playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, so they go to him for advice. He gives them flying shoes. He gives them an awesome shield. And then they're on their way to Antium's Gardnaporium, where they find that there's there's rats inside the soda dispenser.
That reminds me of something.
What are you laughing at?
Remember last year's April Fool's joke that I pulled on you?
Oh yeah, I do love me some good Mountain Dew.
Hey dog, what's up?
Holy crap, a talking rat!
Can't find your gun, can you?
Shush, 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 shush.
I threw it away. Okay, so basically there they find that Medusa is, in fact, Antium, or just kind of runs the place, and they go through this whole scene. Stop looking for it. They go through this whole scene of Medusa chasing Percy and trying to kind of turn him to stone, and then Percy finds out a way to defeat her.
Yeah, by fighting her with his iPod Touch. Oh, good God, boy. You do know that that's not going to kill anybody, right? I mean, I'd like to see one person who thought it was a good idea to go up against people with a freaking iPod Touch.